Hello guys, welcome back to Original Code Dragon. In this course, we are going to learn about the Go language. In short, Golang, or you can call it as Go as well. Now, in today's episode, we are diving into Introduction to Golang, a language that has been making waves in the tech industry since its creation by Google in 2009. Whether you are a seasoned developer or looking to add another tool into your build, or a programming newbie ready to take on your first language, Go has something for everyone. So in this tutorial, we'll learn about what is Go, why it was created, and some key features. And then also we will set up our code environment and write our first Go program. Let's see. And by the end of this video, you will have a solid understanding of what makes Go unique and why it might be the perfect language for your next project. So grab your coffee, tea, or your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and let's start our Go adventure. Now, Go was designed at Google in 2007 by these three guys, Robert Rock Pike and Ken Thompson. If I want to see the photo, yeah, these are the three guys who created the Go language. Now, why did they create Go language? What was the reason? So it was first created in 2007, but it was officially released as an open source language in 2012, public release. Now, why did they create it? So first reason was that they were frustrated by slow build times. Now, often there is one joke as well. Like by the time they created the Go language, C++ language was building. Like the build was still running. And another one is that language complexity. Second one is language complexity. I'll highlight some of the few. Let me go back to the previous slide. Yeah. Third one is concurrency. So if you see, more the languages were designed earlier languages like Python or the previous languages, they were designed for the single processor. But the rise of multiprocessors gave them a thought to design some language which can make concurrency programming simpler and less error. So I agree with them because working with concurrency in Python, I first worked on it and I seem to not get quite bit into it. But when you come to Go, it is very good. Another is like some of the language failed to there was lack of evaluation and support for modern hardware. And last, like improving productivity. If you see, Go language is very productive language. Once you learn, and you can see that it is like you can quickly become used to Go, and then you can start writing the programming in Go. So this was the reason, and I will not go to everything. So this was the reason, like they designed a Go language which was simple, efficient, and well suited for modern software development. Particularly, they were also like interested in distributed computing. This is very important for scalability, how they can handle like millions of requests in efficiently. And some of this are taken from Wikipedia. So They were inspired by C, Python, and as we discussed, like high performance networking and multi-core, and their common dislike for C++. Now, let's see the use cases for Go language. So first use case is we can directly go to the link. I don't want to rebuild and like recreate anything which already exists. So if we see here, cloud and network services. So Go is the language of it has been adopted like quite efficiently on cloud. So in cloud services, Go language is quite efficiently adopted. So now if we see here, there are some of the takeaways like on the Go official website. Go makes it very easy to scale as a company. This is very important because as our engineering team grows, each service can be managed by a different unit. Now, if you have seen, you might have heard like the products like Docker, Kubernetes are built on Go. These are some of the customers which are using Go. And if we see here, here we have also the list of web framework, routers, and very libraries which can be used. Now, second field is if we go to the use cases, command line applications. So now if you have worked with Terraform, if you are from cloud, so or like infrastructure, you might have heard about Terraform. So making CLI tool is very easy. Even Docker is a CLI tool. So if you see some of the customers, they have listed the uses and the packages like Cobra, which is being used to create the Golang command line tools. Web development, needless to say, it's quite efficient for web. You see here, some of the customers are there, and here you can see it is performance. One of the things Go perform better because of its concurrency model and CPU scalability. Whenever we need to process some internal request, we are doing it with separate Go routines, which are 10x cheaper in resources than Python threads. This is actually true. So when you work with Go routine, you understand the beauty and elegance of it, how it is very efficient, and some frameworks and routers which are listed below. Again, last, yeah, for DevOps and site reliability engineering. So it says like, yeah, Docker, drone, etcd. Let's see more projects. Yeah, the projects are more Terraform. Microsoft has built is OpenShift, YouTube. So these are some of the use cases which are listed on Go Dev website itself. So you don't need to go anywhere else. So for solutions, if we see, yeah, this brings us here. Some of the case studies are there on the Go website. So you, if you have time, you can go ahead and read it. Yeah, Cockroach Labs using Go at Google. This is very how Microsoft embraces Go, or for Netflix, security policy. So this is how the security policy exists for Go develop Go.dev. Explain Go security teams process for handling issues reported and what to expect in return. Cool. Now, as we had discussed, like some of the reasons why the creators of Go created Go. You can see it here. This also has become the features of Go. So simplicity, it has very clean and straightforward syntax, concurrent programming as we discussed, fast compilation, garbage collection, static typing, cross-platform support, standard library, built-in testing support. Yeah, Go testing library is very good. And interfaces, which we'll see, fast execution. Go has very is very good in speed. Package management and backward compatibility. This is very good. So it has a backward compatibility, which is a very good feature. So for example, if you're running a newer version of Go, still your older code can run, which is not in some of the languages I've seen. For example, some of the features, if we have like in newer version, then the lower version are not able to run it. That's the thing. Now let's see how we can install Go. Enough of the talk. Let's go into action and see how we can install Go and some of the IDE setup. Like I will focus on VS Code and Vim. Majorly, I will focus on VS Code because VS Code is the most popular IDE in programming today, and how we can install on Windows and Linux. If you can install on Windows and Linux, then you can also install on Mac. Let's go. So we will head on to the site, which is go.dev. And now first we will install for the Windows. So if we go here and click on download, now here you will see it is quite simple. We have a Microsoft MSI to be downloaded. Now if I click on this, for me it is already, I have downloaded, if you can see. So you can go ahead and download this. After downloading, what you have to do, you just need to click on the MSI. So once you click on the MSI, you will see this screen. Now it says and click on next. So it is already downloaded for me. So you can click next. I'll click on repair. So it takes time to repair. Let's come. In the meantime, it will install on your system. So once the Go language is installed on your system, you can go to PowerShell. So if you see here and just type it Go version. If you are able to see this, then it is installed successfully. Now, if we see here installation instruction, you might need to, no, it already adds it to the environment variable. So we are good here. So now we'll install on Linux. So I will install on WSL Linux. You can use the Linux itself, but I think it's good for me to use WSL Linux. Now here I'll use, let us see now. If we see here, we have to do the first step if the Golang already exists. So for me, it already exists, but I'll still do this. So here, if you read here, you may need to run the root command as root or through sudo. So we'll run the command as root now. I'll go here and what I'll do, sudo and paste the command. We'll go one by one instead of using all the and. Let us do. So it is deleted now. Now we will enter the file. So we have to download the Linux. So if we click here, copy link address, And what we can do, curl, let me see if I already have. So I have 1.22.3. So I'll use the 22.5. So curl, let's see if this link works or not. No, it doesn't work. So if I click here, it will take me to the Linux one, and from here I'll copy this link. You can use curl-lo command and just click it here. Now this will download. Once the binary has been downloaded, we can run the sudo. And since we have already deleted this using rm, we can use the star command to copy the binaries. Now once this is copied, so it says here clearly we have to either export the path for Go in home profile or etc profile. So what we'll do, I will, so for etc profile, we need to use the root. So what I'll do, sudo home and dot profile. Let's see what happens. Command not found. So we have to use nano or vim. So I'll use vim. So if you see here, I'll add, I think I might have added in my own etc profile. What I can do here is that I can copy this and paste here. Let me source it. So what it says is that changes made up to profile may not apply until the next time you log in. So let us see if we can source it. Yeah, and let me see if we can run go version command. Yeah, it works perfectly. Now if we, so we have installed successfully on Windows. So if we see here on Windows, our go version is working, and we have also installed successfully on Linux Ubuntu. So right now we will set up the Visual Studio Code. So I believe you might have downloaded the Visual Studio Code. If not, you can download it. So here I have already pasted the first code. So now to set up the Visual Studio Code, what you need to do is that first you need to check the extensions. So okay, it is not working for me. 1 second. So you can see first we need to install the Go. So if I see here, you can click here extensions and just type Go. If you see here, you will click here. For me, it is restart extension because I have already downloaded, but you can click on install, it will install it. Now, once you have installed it, you can enter Control Shift P. If you see here, so after entering Control Shift P, I can just type it. So here it is, Control, let me type it here, Control Shift and then P. We have to enter this. Now here, if we see here, or we can directly see Go install after entering Control Shift P only. We can click on go install update tools, and here select all and press OK. So this will install all the tools needed. So now if you see here, it is all the installation has succeeded. I can just remove this one. It is still installing, so we can wait. I will be using Linux and Vim for my setup. This is only for the newbies who wants to like run. So here if you see, I have here the new code main.go. So if you see here, I have also added the mod file. But now we can ignore the mod file. And here just let's run this code. So if we want to start run without debugging. So you can run this code. And if you see in the debug console, it will see here and you can see it is has written hello dragon, which we had executed. Now let's see how we can execute this on Linux machine. We'll be going all those tutorial in Linux only. It is quite simple. If you have to run, you can always run Control F5. You can use the same commands, same code, but you can run on Windows with Control F. Now here, if we go here, I'll create a new directory which is as Go Dragon. Now I'll go inside this directory. Let me create another one which is ph01. Now we can do go mod init. So it is the command, and I'll do test or intro. This is our modular name. Now it has created the module file. For now, just remember go.mod file is the package, is the mod file which records your every package, and go mod tidy is your friend. Like go mod tidy is your friend to maintain the package. Now let's, so it is saying all match no package. Now we can do here vim, and I'll just create main.go file, new file. Okay, now here we have to do package main. This is the starting point of the package. Let's import the package which is fmt for now, and we can write function main. Now since we have used the package, we can use fmt.println and then hello dragon. Now once we have done this, we can save the file. Now go run main.go. So it has printed hello dragon. In next chapter, we'll see about how to build. Now let me see if I have used it. So in next chapter, we'll learn about how to like build this file. So if we want to build, there's another, we can see here go build dot, and if you see here, it has created the intro file. Now if I run this, it is the main of, so in Linux, it automatically creates the executable. So let's see what happens on Windows. It has created. So on Windows, what we'll do, we'll go here and let's see. Okay, we'll go in PowerShell on Windows. So my file path is, let me see what is my file path. It is in, okay, reveal in File Explorer. I'll go here and do cd Now cd works in Windows. Now we can do go run main.go and on Windows. This is if you don't want to run it via Visual Studio Code, and go build dot. So what it will do, it will build the file. Now if you see, it has created hello go.exe because the mod file. So if you see, it has created the build exe, and we can use that exe and export it to any other system and run the same code. If you see here, what is go.mod mod? So it is hello.go, and hence it created with the name of the module hello go.exe. And here, if you see here, it is go.mod, and the module name was intro, hence it created with the name of intro executable. So this is how we have to revise the session. What we did was that we first introduced about Golang, the creator of Golang, when it was created. And then what we did was that we went to see how we can use Golang, where it was using, and some of the features, why the Golang was created. Then we set up our Visual Studio Code, and then on Linux we installed the Go and then configured it and did a test run. Cool. Next chapter we will see how we can use Go, and let's get started for the next one. Thank you.